Outside of the shot, where do you feel like that one got away from you guys?
Yeah, firstly, I hope Marcus Lee's all right. Didn't look great for him there, they took a massive swing at the start of the fourth quarter with him being out and went small, stretch 5, and it's been something we've been talking about a little bit all year. Do we match it, or do we try and take advantage of it down the other end? I think the other night in the series when they went there, I thought we established a pretty good lead through that period when he was in the game. Tonight he was exceptional in the way he got himself open and the way he attacked the rim and shot the basketball. So that was a big problem for us. Obviously I thought we settled and we got through that part a little bit. We put our small ball group in there and probably still just didn't quite get the communication right about how we needed to defend with that small ball group. And so, it's on me to make sure that message gets across better. And then again, even, the last play of the game, having a different group in there, we quite didn't get our responsibilities right for what we needed to do. So, some of those things are on me about the structure, about how we deal with the small ball.
What went through your head when you saw the ball sort of float to the corner and then get saved in, and then obviously Jack's shot goes up and in? What went through your mind? There's a million things going through my mind, but obviously I know he's made big shots before. The one in Cairns kind of sprang to mind a little bit later on, but not much I can do. You just hope that it doesn't go in. What prompted the small ball lineup? You said you try to live with your big out there. I think with 5 to go, you put KB at the 5. What prompted it? Yeah,
obviously the coverage to say, could we get it right with Joe or A? Was there a coverage that we were comfortable with? And I thought once we handled it okay, but then once he put it on the deck and got to the rim, it was like, no, we need to try something else.
What do you put the 21 offensive rebounds for them down to?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jack McVeigh probably had 5 in that one possession right there. That was pretty crazy, but it's what they've done all year. We talked about it, and it was a massive factor in the game. The 2 areas that you need to be good against this team is how you box out and how you guard the 3-point line. And we weren't good enough in either of those 2 today.
Delly, what are the emotions after that one, especially losing like that?
Yeah, obviously very disappointed, frustrated. Obviously bad pass. Jack hits a big shot, but now just gotta recover, focus, see what we can do to get better. Go down there. It's going to be a fun environment and get a win.
It seemed like they sort of picked up some momentum at the end of game 2, and now they seemingly have it all going into game 4. What can you do to wrestle that back?
I felt like we, were in control and had a bit of a lead for most of the game. So I think there's a lot of things that worked, some things we need to work on and execute, the coverage and the game plan a bit better. Obviously, 16 threes is too many. Same with the O-boards. But yeah, there's some things we did well that we'll look at as well.
And you must be at least happy with the rim protection tonight, 4 blocks from LT, 8 altogether. Is that at least positive for you guys, the rim protection tonight?
Yeah, I thought our team made some plays when it looked like he was in a tricky position, and to come back and to make those block shots. We end up holding them to 35% kind of on 2s, and made them make some tougher runners in the second half. And thought Sean McDonald was getting in the paint and doing some things in the first half and causing us a bit of trouble. But we contested pretty well in that part. But as we said, you can't give up 16 threes, and so that's the counterpart if they're not scoring twos, that they're pitching out for people as well.
Yeah, and Doyle started off the third quarter early with 4 fouls. Should you try to attack him a bit more often than that second half?
Yeah, we talked about as a coaching staff just then. Obviously, we got him that 4th foul. He comes back in, in the 4th, and obviously maybe the because of the small ball where we saw advantages in other areas, we went a little bit away from that. But it was certainly spoken about to the group about the opportunity to go ahead and put our head down and attack him.
Dean, what do you think led to the 48% from threes for them? They seem to, even from the mid-range, they seem to find their shots a lot easier tonight than in the previous 2 games at JackJumpers.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll go back and review it, and obviously Majuk Dang and McVeigh shoot it at a crazy percentage tonight. Those two, so both being the bigs, it's important that we ensure that we get the coverage right, and so obviously there was a number of those that I think we could have been better in our coverage, so we'll fix that up.
Tough ending, but it was an incredible game of basketball for the neutral. How does that game rank from your experience? Is it right up there?
I'm not going to put it in the top 5, but there was some. We made some crazy threes too. Shea makes a crazy 3 in the corner. CJ Banks one off the backboard. There's, Delhi's was a huge one down the stretch. We made some shots as well, but. I think any time when you see shot making going both ways, it was a wild game to be a part of, and it will be one that sits in my memory for a long time.
Delhi, what do you think personally needs to happen to win the next 2 games?
Connection and pick and roll, defend the 3, keep pushing the pace, rebound.
Dean, how much harder is it going to be to go back down there? Like, it was massively tough in game 2. How much harder is it going to be down there in the elimination game, championship game for them?
I don't know how much harder it's going to be. It's we felt like for most of that game we were in pretty good place. Even with 38 seconds to go, we've got a side out of bounds, 1 down. We should have 2 possessions to really try and win the basketball game tonight. Again, we're in a similar kind of position. We just need to do one more thing right, and we win the game. So hopefully we get our little piece of luck, going down there. But I thought their crowd was good the other night. I thought our crowd was, great tonight, and but they're going to be pretty pumped up, and we're going to enjoy the atmosphere, and hopefully play our best basketball, which is going to take.
Talk about those games of those moments and getting those right. You've sort of, I guess, had 2 games where you've had winning leads, I guess, like late in games. What's the message from you in that? Is it to try and get more composure in those situations, and talk about how they just don't go away, this Tassie team?
Yeah, I thought they made, obviously in both games they made, some pretty good, denials, the side out of bounds down there. They forced us into an isolation, and tonight they did a good job of, guarding the last play. So, that's what they do. They've been a great defensive team, and they lock into their scout and do things very well. So, again, we just got to be better.
Thanks.
Cheers.